We had to work hard to find these foes. Name's Dave with WatchMojo, and today we'll be counting down our picks for the top 10 hidden bosses in video games. For this list, we'll be going over the bosses in video games that can only be fought by going off the beaten path or unlocking through achieving certain objectives. Number 10, Lingering Will, Kingdom Hearts 2.5 Remix. The Kingdom Hearts franchise has had many optional bosses that can be battled after, but we're electing to include this one. An animate suit of armor brought to life by someone's leftover thoughts and feelings, standard Kingdom Hearts mumbo jumbo. Lingering Will may not have much of a personality of its own, but it more than makes up for it in its difficulty. First you have to complete all the worlds and finish the game, and then go to the Keyblade Graveyard. Lingering Will proves to be a lightning fast opponent, who can also disable some of your abilities, making for a very trying fight.
It's over.
Number 9, The Slot Machine, Star Fox aka Starwing. The original Super Nintendo Star Fox game had a few hidden levels, but only one had this unique hidden boss. First, the player must get to the asteroid level on the hard path and shoot a particular asteroid until a bird abducts them, which will unlock the hidden level out of this dimension. At the end of this bizarre level, the player fights a giant slot machine. The only way to defeat it is to line up 3 7s in a row. However, even defeating it won't end the level, as you'll end up fighting the credits and then forever fly off into the unknown of this dimension, just hitting the end title. Yeah, you're doomed to die out here. Number 8, Culex, Super Mario RPG, Legend of the Seven Stars. Although everyone's favourite plumber is no stranger to RPG these days, Mario's first outing into the genre was a collaboration with Squaresoft, now Square Enix, the folks behind Final Fantasy. To that end, the hidden boss in this game takes heavy inspiration from that series. Culex is a purple, otherworldly being, completely unlike anything else in the game. His fight is arguably harder than the final boss, and he's surrounded by crystals that use some more powerful spells in the game, and he's no slouch either. At least you'll get to enjoy the victory theme of Final Fantasy when you defeat him. Number 7, Queen Sigrun, God of War 2018. This celebrated action game actually features several optional bosses, including 8 Valkyries, whom you can battle throughout the game. And they are hard as hell. However, it's the Valkyrie Queen that stands above them all. Upon defeating the rest of the already difficult mythical female warriors, assembling their helmets at the Council of Valkyries will summon Sigrun, their queen. Possessing most of the abilities of the others and enough strength to kill you in one hit, depending on the difficulty, Sigrun is an unpredictable opponent that will test Kratos and Atreus' skills, and those of the player to their limits. Number 6, the Cow King, Diablo 2. The Diablo series featured some terrifying demonic entities that the players had to face, but it also had cows. If the player had completed the game on normal, they can transmute several items together in the rogue encampment to access the secret cow level. Seriously, that's what it's called. It's a reference to a myth from Diablo 1. Within this area are hordes, or rather herds, of hellish bovines, who will assault you with polearms. However, hidden among the regular enemies is the Cow King. Although not visually different from the other demonic cows, the Cow King is immune to lightning, and defeating it will prevent the portal to the secret cow level from being opened up on the same difficulty. Number 5. Noob Saibot, Mortal Kombat 2. The Mortal Kombat series is famous for its hidden bosses, and it all started in the original with Reptile. However, we're instead opting for the one that was hardest to find in Mortal Kombat 2. If the player is good enough to win 50 matches in a row, or 25 on the Genesis version, the game unlocks a fight with Noob Saibot.
Come here!
A black, shadowy figure in the silhouette of one of the ninjas. Noob Saibot can use all of Sub-Zero's moves, although he can also use Scorpion Spear. Later in the series, he's revealed to have been the former Sub-Zero, Bihan, though we doubt that this was the intention from the start.
Scorpion wins.
Number 4. The Black Rabite, Trials of Mana, aka Seiken Densetsu 3. Don't let the cute and cuddly appearance of this boss fool you. It's one of the most powerful enemies in the game and the entire Mana franchise, and to think it's the reskin of the weakest enemy. Only accessible if you have Angela or Duran as your main character, the Black Rabite is located in a hidden passage of Dragon Hall. The Black Rabite, also known as the Grim Rabite, resembles its more mundane cousins, but has a ton of HP and can summon high-level demons. And he will probably kick your butt if you're not at your final class for each character, because this Rabite's dynamite. Where's a holy hand grenade when you need one? Number 3. So Sorry, Undertale. Created as a result of a Kickstarter buy-in, So Sorry is a creature who can be encountered in the Art Club room in Hotlands, if your computer or console's clock has been turned to October 10th between 8 PM and 9 PM. So Sorry will then rush in and apologize for being late, inadvertently attacking the player with crumbling bits of papers and doodles. Whether you kill him or not is up to you. Art is subjective after all. While some may argue this spot should be for Sans, we would like to remind you this is for hidden bosses. Sans is the final boss of one of the popular branching paths. Hope you didn't forget that. Number 2. The Monster Hunter monsters, Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker. Monster Hunter has crossed over with seemingly everything, and its collaboration with Metal Gear led to some interesting boss fights. In order to find them, first you must listen to all of Chico's briefings, next do the item capture mission in Extra Ops. During this mission, you'll find Trenya, a feline or talking cat from the Monster Hunter series, who will give you a series of missions. These missions involve battling creatures from the Monster Hunter franchise, including mainstays like Rathalos and Tigrex, as well as the Metal Gear-inspired Gear Rex. Before we get to our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions.
Want more video game content? Check out our gaming channel Mojo Plays and discover games and ideas you never knew existed. With more lists, breakdowns, and our latest series, Arcade Roulette.
Justin and John are in!
Oh.
Hey, is that Porky Pig? There's a lot of things being ripped off in this game.
Number 1. Akuma, Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo. Arguably the most popular fighting game of all time, also has one of the most popular hidden bosses too. This series' first hidden boss, Akuma, bursts onto the stage and takes down M. Bison like nothing. The demonic looking fighter's speed and multiple aerial projectiles are hard to handle, almost as difficult as reaching him, as you need to defeat all of your opponents without using a continue and either get a high score or beat them in less than 25 minutes. Akuma's legendary status has helped him become a mainstay in the franchise, and it began with this boss fight. Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from WatchMojo and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.